Hello everyone, welcome to Kalpa Kendra Tarot. After a long time today, we are going to do a reading and it is going to be a 2025 special because the year is literally knocking on our doors and it is time that we open it with open arms. So the reading today is a 2025 prediction which will focus on few areas that I have selected for you. And so we are going to basically look at four majors. The four majors are going to be major challenges or the major challenge that you will face this year, major lesson, major event, and major achievement. So these are the four majors we will be looking at. Other than that, we will look at your love, your life, and your career. So these three main aspects, and also in the end, we are going to see how you are going to enter 2025 and how you are going to exit 2025. So that is all. That's all we have planned for this reading. And we have three options for that. How you select your option or your pile is by closing your eyes, meditating on the question for a brief second. Just ask yourself this question that which of these cards has messages for me, or which group has messages for me. Spirit, please guide me to that group. Open your eyes and see which card you feel most attracted to, and that is how you select your card, your group, your pile. I'll just introduce the three groups to you. For group 1, we have this card Crow. For group 2, we have this card Pied Wagtail, if I'm not wrong. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called pied. If it's called something different, that I'll probably change it when I do your group. But then I think it's called pied. So that's for group 2, and for group 3 we have Heron. So these are the three options for you. You can just close your eyes, select your group, and then meet me at the click of your timestamp. Hello group 1. So if you had selected this card Crow, then welcome to your reading. Wow, this is what your card looks like. Group 1, your message is well informed, whatever the source. Listen to the messages that reach you from all directions. So for 2025 group 1, I can see that you would get a lot of messages from spirit in terms of spiritual download. Like you're gonna sense that the trees, the birds, nature is speaking to you, and silence or meditation can really help you tune into those messages which are like specifically meant for you. Other people cannot, even if they wanted to, they would not be able to interpret these messages with utmost clarity. Yes, maybe you can seek help of a healer, a spiritual medium, sorry, a psychic medium, but even then there are certain things which are meant so specifically for you that the whole message only makes sense once it is seen from your lens, or somebody would have to be like very tuned into their psychic abilities in order to interpret it the way it is supposed to reach you, because these messages will get extremely detailed, extremely mythical, I feel, because certain things that happen to you in your childhood, early childhood, or early teens would make sense to you in 2025 based on the downloads that you get, based on the insights that you will now go on to have. So, and it feels like the universe is alive and is trying to communicate to you using even like non-living things, not only living things, but like everything is permeated by consciousness, right? So there is going to be an aspect to 2025 where you feel like the world is coming alive for you, to guide you, to if you have seen this movie, it's a very popular movie called Amelie. It's a French film. It is one of those like very very popular movies, and one of the films that everybody should watch before they die. If you're born as a human, I think it becomes your responsibility to watch a film like Amelie. So that's the movie that is coming to mind, and how photographs and different things could speak to Emily and guide her in her journey. Something similar is coming to mind about what 2025 is going to gift you with. Amazing psychic and intuitive ability where you will know things from, you would not be able to understand the source. You will just say that, yeah, claircognizance. You're going to develop claircognizance, and it's called claircognizance, right? If I'm not, yeah, I think I'm pronouncing it properly. Basically, the clear ability is associated with just understanding things in your head. Like it would just make sense to you, and you might not be able to specify how you came up with that information or that concept, or how you got clarity about it anyway, because you might not have read it anywhere, might not have heard it anywhere, but it would just make sense to you. You would just happen to know things. So this is what I see happen to you in 2025. Acha, listen to the messages that reach you from all directions. Yes, from everything. I was channeling this thing from my intuition, from my vision, but when I look at your card and the messages, yeah, it makes sense that you would feel like even the star and the moon speaks to a lot of us, but even like old buildings and old things which people consider as irrelevant would leave their messages for you. Like you would be able to speak to furniture and find out whatever happened to the furniture, whatever happened in the room. Clairvoyance. Yes, you'd be able to hear things. Right. So we will look at your major challenge for 2025. So what is Group 1's major challenge for 2025? Spirit, one card for major challenge for Group 1 in 2025. The wheel in the reverse. All right. So you would struggle with not accepting your destiny. I remember a vision where my spirit guide made me stand in front of a wheel before I could take the leap of faith. I was told, I was very scared. I was scared of making a switch in my career. Like I was switching from political science to then like doing something with spirituality, and I did not have a lot of clarity about what I wanted to do in spirituality. So it was very scary for me, and also I had to explain to my parents what I wanted to do with my life, which it was a very scary thing. And for the longest time I did not face the fact that I was no longer interested or invested in political science. Not that I did not love the subject, but it's just that my journey with the subject had ended, and I was not courageous enough to be able to face it, let alone communicate that to my family. So there was a vision where my spirit guide made me stand in front of a fire wheel. That is what is coming to my mind. The wheel was made of fire and it was spinning, and my spirit guide held my hand like I was the child and my spirit guide was the adult. And he was telling me that everybody who did something different with their life had to stand in front of this wheel and choose their destiny, to go through that wheel. You would have to take the risk of choosing to give your destiny a chance, like give your dreams a chance. When you go through that wheel, there is a risk that you might make it, you might succeed, you might fail. And people who have taken this risk, they have had to go through this wheel of unknown. Like nobody knows what will happen on the other side of the wheel. When you go through the wheel, it's up to the universe. Like you just take a chance, like you give your dreams a chance, you work on your dreams, you work on the thing that you want to do, and after that it's up to the universe. You might fail, you might succeed. And I was scared because I was scared of failing, and my spirit guide said to me that everybody who has done anything with their life has they have had to take this risk. And everybody, so going through that wheel and taking this risk is almost the very first thing that you have to do. And you have to go through it. Like there's no other way. Like anybody who's done anything different has had to take that risk, and you will have to take the risk. There is no guarantee. And I said that the fact that there is no guarantee makes it all the more difficult. I don't want to go through uh, go through the wheel. And my spirit guide said, but that's the risk that you'll have to take. Like everybody, and that's the courage. You'll have to find the courage, and that's the that's like the first step that you take, like into the unknown. You don't know what is going to happen, you just take that step. With the wheel in the reverse, I feel like you're resisting. The major challenge is for you to take that leap of faith, to to go through that wheel of your destiny. That this is the wheel of fortune. Exactly, this is the wheel, and this is the metaphorical wheel that I was being shown, and now it's making sense to me. Yeah, so it was the wheel of fortune. When you go through the wheel, you don't know whether or not, like, how you'll end up on the other side, but that's the risk. That's the risk that everybody, it's not just you, everybody, me and everyone has had to take. So that will be your major challenge, to decide whether or not you want to go through this wheel, or whether or not you want to take that risk, whether or not you want to give up that career that is no longer suiting you, and embrace the thing that is so enchanting. And it's like your every cell in your body dances at the tune of this dream that you have. It's just that you're not facing it. That will be your major challenge. The struggle will be resisting that dream, resisting that passion, resisting that calling. And you will have the entire 2025 to prepare yourself to take that decision, to make that choice, whether or not you really, really want to go through this wheel, or whether or not you want to make, whether you want to make that choice. So that will be your major challenge in 2025. And what will be your major lesson? Now let's look at your major lesson for 2025. What will be Group 1's major lesson for 2025, Spirit? Justice. The major lesson for 2025 is that universe will always settle the score. The score will always be settled, and no matter what you do, things will turn out. Even your biggest lesson, universe is actually not angry with us when it gives us lesson. It basically wants us to understand something. It is doing that with utmost love and consideration for us. So the biggest lesson will be that everything that happened in your life happened because there was something that you were supposed to learn from it. It was not meant to punish you in any way. And so the way you look at your your life, the biggest events in your life, your challenges, is going to change, because you're going to look at everything that happened to you from the lens of wisdom. You'll just know that why something happened and why things happen to other people. Now you would probably not be able to label something as negative and positive, good or bad, because you know the importance of both good and bad. Like when something good is happening, great, maybe it serves us the right amount of validation in physical reality to just relax and feel feel rewarded, or feel like we are doing something, like feel validated basically. But success is quite life affirming, but also we are validating by and large. But then failure is the real teacher, failure is the real guru. Not real guru, but more of a guru than success. So you will understand the value of failure, and you will understand the many people who are struggling. They are struggling because they're going through something, going through a lesson that is trying to teach them a valuable um, concept, or a valuable, like, give them a valuable experience. And you will not judge failure as harsh, or you would not think of people struggling as going through a bad time. You will know that there is a benevolent, or there is a caring entity that is looking over them, and is trying for their, is like, who is rooting for their success, or their awakening, or their upgradation, exactly. So they have an entity which is totally protecting them, guiding them towards light. So your understanding of failure and your understanding of success will be very different now in 2025 with all these realizations, because I think you're getting a lot of insights and downloads, and these are spiritual downloads mainly. So you would be able to make sense of things which you were not able to understand maybe earlier in your life. Yeah, so these questions, some of these questions you have had since you were a kid, and now it's making sense to you. So we are going to see, and also you will feel like the scale is being balanced, like whatever effort you have put into your life is now you're reaping the rewards of those efforts. And some of the things that you were guided to do, say maybe you were guided to open a blog or write, say, a letter to somebody, and you never understood why you felt so passionately about writing a letter to, say, a celebrity, or opening a blog or something, but something random that the universe made you do will suddenly become a very significant turning point for you in 2025, where you will understand that every dot is connected. Like you would not understand the value of maybe meeting somebody or doing something very random, and suddenly when you meet somebody who tells you that just because you did that thing to me or wrote that thing to me, it suddenly occurred to me to give you that call, or give you that chance, or I came up, I stumbled upon your blog and I thought that you are the person that I need. And you'll understand that the universe is not so random after all. So things that are happening are not random. Like there's thought, and there's a lot of wisdom behind whatever is happening. So that will be your biggest lesson. And now let's look at your major event for 2025. What is one major event for group 1 in 2025? The High Priestess. You're getting all the major arcanas. So with the High Priestess being the major event, I think this is a year of like wisdom and realization, and spiritual guidance from the higher realms for you, because the major event in your life is waking up to your spiritual powers, the fact that you are powerful beyond measure. Which, there's this quote by Plato, that our biggest fear is not that we are powerless, our biggest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I'm not sure if it's by Plato or by someone else. If it's by someone else, then sorry, but I forget the name of the person that it's by. But that is not important. What is important is the message, and the message is that you will now wake up to your power. Wake up to the fact that you have had these powers always. It's only now that you are learning how to use them, and it's only now that it is making sense to you. 2025, you're gonna, crow. Not a lot of people are fans of crow as a bird, because they are scavengers and they are associated with things which we are conditioned not to like or associate ourselves with. We want to distance ourselves from crows. I have never heard someone say that I love crows and everything, but I'm sure people do. It's just that we have not heard people obsessing over crows. But crows don't care about how we feel about them. There's like people, there's so many poems on, we have Raven for sure, by Edgar Allan Poe. But on crows, there's hardly any romantic, or there's hardly romanticization of crows. But if you look at crows, and they don't really care about how we view them, they go on doing their thing. So you are just going to understand that all these powers, even if we are not aware of how they are working for us, how they are constantly invested in our growth and in our journey, but still all the forces of the universe, they are working for us. They go on doing the work that they're meant to. The sun does not care if you don't like sunrise or sunset, or you never go out in the sun, or you don't care about the sun. The sun doesn't care. The sun would still be this your source of life and strength for your planet, the planet that supports you, the planet that is the reason behind your survival. Even sun is the reason behind your survival. But you, even if you don't understand this, it will continue to do what it is doing. It is only now that you will wake up to 2025. Major realizations are happening for you, group 1. So you'll wake up to the understanding of nature and the power of nature, stuff like that. So what is one major achievement you're going to have in 2025? What is one major achievement you're having? Four of Cups. One of the major achievements that you're going to have in 2025 is that you will not be bored. You will understand that I'm not sure if you're one of those people who, like, I'm not sure if you've never been bored. Like, I have never been bored in my life. I don't know what boredom feels like. I have always had a very active imagination. I've been a very imaginative kid, and so I don't know what boredom feels like. But for 2025, I can tell you that you will have so many things to do that you will feel that if you are left alone, you're working better, and you will not be able to have one boring moment in 2025. It is going to be a very interesting, like one of your achievements is going to be able to tap into your emotions which are otherwise overlooked, and otherwise not otherwise not seen or heard, unnoticed. So your major achievement will be to tap into that part of our psyche which we can access only in silence, only when we are a little bored or a little isolated. People will think that you are spending time by yourself and you're just wasting your life because you're sad or something. Like, maybe you will bring yourself to a standstill, you will pause a little to reflect on life. People will look at it differently, but you will be very clear on your priority, your goal, which is to discover yourself. So in 2025, I think group 1, you're discovering yourself in many ways. Back of the deck energy is dead. So the person who is listening to the reading in the beginning of 2025 or at some point in 2025, as as the year progresses, you will not be able to relate to this person at all. There will be major shifts, and you will say goodbye to the version of you that entered 2025, and the version of you who is going to emerge in 2025 is going to be a totally different version. So you will also say goodbye to a lot of people and a lot of relationships, a lot of things that you have, like a lot of experiences that you've had in 2024, like till 2024, won't make sense to you in 2025. That happens. We grow and we become, like, we transform into very different individuals. So that's fine and that's interesting. Right, so we are now going to look at your love, life, and career. So let's see, let's pull, let's draw 3 cards for 3 different aspects. All right, so group 1, we are gonna draw your cards for love first. Let's look at your love, like love and relationship for 2025. What is group 1's love life going to be like in 2025, Spirit? Messages for their love life. Love for 2020, no, love for group 1 in 2025, Spirit. Give me messages. 1 card for group 1's love life, Spirit. 1 card for group 1's love life in 2025, Spirit. 1 card for group 1's love life in 2025. Come on. No, don't give me 2 cards. Give me 1. Thank you. The Fool. Right, back of the deck energy, Queen of Swords. And 1 card from here for their love life, Spirit. Can you give me 1 card for their love life? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles and the Fool. Right, for your love life, oh, the back of the deck energy is King of Wands. You are going to be in a major energy in 2025 where you don't accept people, because we have seen Queen of Swords, we've seen Queen of Pentacles, and also the King of Wands. And since we are only dealing with kings and queens when it comes to your love life in 2025, it feels like you have set the bar quite high in 2025 for people to be able to, for your suitors to be able to impress you. You are having, with the Fool and Queen of Pentacles, it feels like you are diving right in when it comes to love, but your standards are so high that you cannot just accept anybody. All right, even your partner, they feel kind of intimidated by you because of the kind of person that you are becoming in 2025. I can see. Well, I'll tell you what I feel. If you are a very, like, a well-respected player or a well-respected musician, a well-respected artist, just by being so good at what you do, if you will set the bar too high for your partner. Like, your partner now has to rise up to the occasion of being your partner or your counterpart in this reality. You are not saying anything, like you're not letting people, like even whether you are in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you are looking for somebody actively, you are not making it known that you want somebody to, to match up to your level, and the level is right now, the standard right now is too high because you're so good at your craft and good at what you do, you're so invested in yourself. This is not something that you're saying that in order to be my partner or in order to be my counterpart you will have to, you know um, work extra hard or walk the extra mile to get that sort of balance, to get that sort of clarity and hold over yourself, so that you can just, just to be Shiva's counterpart, Parvati had to go through what she had to go through. And so, because you're becoming, in many ways, Shiva of some category, the celebrated person of some sort. Like if you are a prince of a kingdom, then you only, like, by virtue of being a prince, only princesses will be eligible to get married to you. So this is what I mean, and I don't mean it in the princess way, but I do mean it in way of, say, talent and personality and spiritual growth. There is some excellence that you have achieved in 2025 which sends a clear message to your suitors that you are not to be taken lightly, and you are somebody who is worth the effort that you require. Like you need, it's not easy to impress you, and it's worth the effort because you are that kind of, you're emerging as that kind of personality, very calm, very sorted, very focused on your goals, excellent in something that you're doing. So that's why, even though you have a very playful nature throughout 2025, like in 2025 people are just going to look at you and be inspired, because with the Fool I feel like you have this personality which loves, which is just moving from one place to the other, and you love exploring, you love trying different things. It's not that you are telling anybody that, oh, it like, in order to be my partner that person has to be this, that, like, you are not even giving them a list of qualities that they should aspire to embody. But it's just that your personality in itself sends a clear message that when you are, like, say if you are Al Pacino, that in itself is a very clear message that somebody who wants to be your partner, or somebody who is Al Pacino's partner, will have to work on themselves too, because it's a position of power. To be your partner is a position of power, and I think you are going to have a lot of admirers in 2025 because you're conducting yourself that way, and you are becoming a catch in 2025. If you are in a relationship, you will be viewed like, that way by your partner. If you're single, you are going to have a lot of people look at you with admiration, that, oh my god, who is group one? I'm so attracted to group one. So be prepared to have, like, a lot of suitors, like a lot of people get attracted to you, and a lot of people mesmerized by your personality, because I certainly feel the energy. So now we are going to look at your life. What is going to be your life like in 2025? Group one's life in 2025. Spirit, group one's life in 2025. I want one card. Can you please, I'll remember it, but can you please give me one card, Spirit? The Empress. King of Swords. What are you doing to yourself, huh? Like, what sort of training are you undergoing, group one? Life for group one in 2025. Ace of Pentacles and Empress. Back of the deck energy is Four of Swords, and this is Four of Cups, right? So group one, what is happening for your life is, we have King of Swords here, and then we have the Empress here. A major shift, like, you are either totally changing your appearance, your career, your life, because we are seeing that you've been resisting something, and you know this, that you're resisting your destiny, resisting becoming that person that you were always meant to become. You knew that you had all these dreams, you knew that there were all these things trying to be born through you, but you definitely resisted it. And it's not something new. Like, if it is resonating with you, then it's, you've known this for a while now. With your life 2025 group 1, you are emerging as the person who no longer wants to resist the process of your destiny, the process of becoming what the universe conspired for you. And this is a two-way process. Like, it's mutual. What the universe wants for you is also what you wanted for yourself, but now, going through the veil of ignorance, or the veils of ignorance, you have forgotten who you were meant to be, and now it is the universe's job to make you remember something that you have promised. And now the process, it's on, it's activated. The entire like universe is coming together to remind you of your promised destiny. And you're emerging as this person, because the Empress, you see, is pregnant with possibility, is pregnant with its own potential. And with Ace of Pentacles, you are stepping into that potential that you have always had. You have known this. You, if this process was preponed, like if we did not respect divine timing for this process, then the reality that you would be birthing into the physical realm would have been premature in many ways. So this was the right time. This is when you were meant to awaken. This is when you were meant to know. And in 2025, there's a big shift for you, where you realize that there is no resisting that which is written in the stars. You cannot resist your destiny any longer, and you're making a move. You're making a solid investment in the um, direction of your destiny, in the direction of your future. So if you have always wanted to play the piano, you are buying that piano or enrolling yourself in that course. If you always wanted to become a lawyer, you're taking steps, tangible steps, in order to make your dream a reality. I am nobody to tell you, but um, you can say that I heard it through the grapevine that you're going to become a huge success. But 2025 is it requires you to trust in the unknown. You are required to trust without knowing whether or not you'll be a success or not. You're going to take a step in the dark, and the universe is going to be there to catch you. But you're not supposed to know this. I'm just telling you all this because I like dealing with secrets. But um honestly, you wouldn't know. You would just follow your dreams, and you're going to be extremely attractive because of that. There's going to be, see, the Empress being pregnant and all. it Empress is a beautiful energy to embody. She's like the combination of the four queens. But I'll still tell you, the Empress has to be a little bit extra careful with her being that vessel which is carrying the future child, or the future of this planet, or a segment of the future of this planet. She holds something which needs to be protected and nurtured, and only be delivered in the right time. So you are gonna have, the universe is going to use you, and use your life, your time in 2025, to prepare you something major, something big. And you're going to take baby steps towards it, and that is going to take up the most of your time in 2025. You're in a preparation mode for something very, very big, and it concerns your destiny. It concerns you becoming the best and highest version of yourself. So right, we're now going to look at your career for 2025. What is group one's career like for 2025? And you're going to like, with Four of Swords here as the back of the deck energy, you're going to dissociate from a lot of people, a lot of friends that you earlier had in your life, and focus totally on yourself. So people are going to say that, oh, you just disappeared into thin air and something. So don't be disappointed. This is what the process of preparation looks like. It requires us to say no to a lot of people, and to a lot of opportunities. It requires us to say a lot more no's than yeses. Okay, so group one's career in 2025. Spirit, group one's career in 2025. All right, 10 of Wands. while you go through all this, you're not going to look at yourself as a success or as doing something which is incredible. You might know that this is an incredible journey, but you might still look at your 2025 as part of your struggle rather than part of your like, this is not the year that everything turns around for you, but this is the year where you take the step for things to be able to turn around for you. Like, it's not the year where you start celebrating yet, but it is the year that you decided that you're gonna give it a shot. Like, you're gonna give the universe a chance to help you celebrate Four of Pentacles, back of the deck energy, to help you celebrate your talent, your potential. So you're making the switches, but it's not necessarily the year when you start celebrating. With career, 10 of Wands, you're gonna be bombarded with the preparation exercises which we all have to go through if we are entrusted with a role, with a responsibility of doing something major in this physical reality. There is a pattern of preparation that we go through. It's different for divine masculine and different for divine feminine. Like, we're all divided into divine masculine, divine feminine. So if you are a divine feminine, it would require you to do inner work, and if you are a divine masculine, it would require you to take necessary steps to realize your dream. So it's going to be different based on who I'm talking to, but you are making certain very necessary changes in 2025. So your career in 2025, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles, you're going to take a lot of responsibility, and it's all going to give you results in 2025 where you see the tangible results. Oh my god, 10 of Cups. You're going to see tangible results. See, in 2025, I'll tell you what. If you look at the career of, say, I have an example in mind, Ricky Ram Sharma. He is a sitar player from India, and he's becoming very popular on social media currently. If you see that some of the music, like some of his compositions, which are becoming very popular now, were composed and released 3 years back. But that is not when he saw the kind of success that he's seeing now. He saw the success, like, it took him time. It took him time to see this kind of appreciation for his work. But the work was completed, like the work that is being appreciated right now was finished and released 3 years back. So he knew 3 years back that he had done something incredibly beautiful, and it was appreciated, I'm sure. But the large, like the mass popularity and the large scale appreciation that he's getting right now had to come in divine timing. So in 2025, you're doing a lot of things which are getting appreciated and which will give you rewards, and you will reap the benefits of it in 2025 in a way where you will feel settled. You feel like, okay, this is what I can do. So there will be validation in terms of financial security and physical physical achievements and physical reciprocation. Like, whatever you do will be appreciated. You will be told that you're doing something very, like, beautiful. Like, if you always wanted to play the piano and you step into a piano class and showed your you showed people what you can do with the piano, people will immediately take notice of the fact that, okay, you are probably a prodigy or something, like probably someone extremely talented that they are viewing in your preparation. Like, you are still in a preparatory stage in 2025, but people are still taking cognizance of the fact that you are incredible and you are extremely talented at something. However, you will not see mass popularity or mass craze or the highest stage of popularity that you can achieve in 2020, like in your life, is not coming to you in 2025. And I say this because also because of Four of Pentacles is back of the deck energy, where you are a little shy and you are a little withdrawn and you are a little you're still in that phase yet, that I don't know what to do and I don't know how far I can take this, I don't know if I'm ready yet. So you're in that stage where you're still taking time to come out in front of the universe, to break open and then be that person, be that version. But whatever little that you do is going to get extreme. Like, I remember there was a phase in my life where no matter what I was writing, people were saying, oh, Pidisha, this is great, this is great. So you're going to run into something like that, where it's a little bit of beginner's luck mixed with rewards and appreciation, so that you know that you are extremely talented, so that you know that you are incredible. Because before this you had no idea, because before this you had a doubt that, yeah, maybe I should do it, maybe I should not do it, something like that. But now it's like whatever you see in 2025, it's gonna convince you that this is great, this is great, whatever you're doing. So I'm gonna see how you're gonna enter 2025 and how you're gonna exit 2025. Let's do that quickly now. So how are you going to enter and exit the year 2025, spirit? Oh, not spirit. How is group 1 going to enter and exit 2025, spirit? Can you please tell me? How is group 1 entering 2025? Give me one card, spirit, please. Please. Just one card. Why? Give me one card, right? Agape. And then how are they exiting 2025? How are they exiting 2025 with a single card? The Sword. With extreme clarity. Group 1, if you look at it, it makes total sense, whatever we discussed in this reading. So when you enter 2025, you're gonna have a spiritual initiation of sorts, where you start questioning that what am I trying to become and who am I trying to understand in this process, God or myself? How do I understand God in relation to myself? Who am I in relation to God? And you ask all these questions, and you probably will take help of the Oriental cultures and Oriental spiritual concepts, whether it's Bhagavad Gita, the Tao, or something like you would Buddhism. You would experience communicating or conversing with the universe in a very divine language, where you bring yourself at the center of your understanding and you start questioning reality from that vantage point, where you want to understand yourself and God in relation to that, and you also want to understand the truth of whatever you are experiencing and why you are here and why you are having this experience, why this human experience, what is this journey of consciousness, and why do we sense life differently from different like levels of consciousness. Everything is trying to make itself known to you, and everything is becoming, these questions are becoming intelligible to you. Like you're becoming, you can now grasp questions that you did not even know that you were capable of asking in the beginning of 2025. So it feels like a lot like spiritual awakening, or the end of dark night of the soul and the beginning of the journey of becoming yourself. And with the Sword as the card that you like represent your life when you are, what is this, yeah, to represent you when you are exiting 2025, the Sword speaks about you becoming that person who's totally, who can separate itself from the version that it had experienced. Like you don't have the confusion, or you don't have the questions that you entered 2025 with. In 2025, when you are exiting 2025, you've become more of an individual who is connected to the universe, and at the same time capable of channeling their own expertise, their own destiny, being a medium of God, being a medium of divine consciousness and unity consciousness. Like you know that you are a medium for the God that is like that encapsulates everything. Like you are the medium for the universe, and yet you have a very specific task. And the confusion of where do I end and where does God begin, and where do I begin and where does the world end, these sort of confusions are clear to you when you're exiting 2025, exiting 2025. In the end of 2025, you know for sure who you want to be. And like I said, that you're saying a lot of no's. You would disconnect from people, from circumstances, from jobs, from professions, from relationships that are not aligned with you, and you're gonna totally become like you're gonna come more in alignment who you are, with who you are meant to be. That is what I mean. And by the end of 2025, people can call you rude or people can call you selfish, because that is how they will perceive your obsession for your soul purpose. Because I feel like by the end of 2025, you know your soul purpose and you're completely invested in it. So that's your 2025 reading. I really enjoyed it, group one, because it feels like interesting, different. Yeah, nice. I'm excited for you. I hope you're excited for yourself. So if you like this reading, then like you can always let me know in the comments. And if you want to check other contents by me, then you can check out the details in description box. I have other channels as well, and I do readings in other languages as well. So if you would care to check them out, then I would really welcome that. And I don't have anything else to say. Have a blessed 2025. Have an amazing year. Take care. I'll see you in another reading sometime very soon. Hello, group 2. So if you had selected this card, Pied Wagtail, then welcome to reading. This is your bird and this is your message. Uh, joie de vivre and pleasure. I don't know how to say this because I don't know French, right? So a source of joie de vivre reveals itself to you. Draw from it with ease. So this is about like enjoyment of life and pleasure, and you're having like an incredible 2025. I mean, you, if you have not realized it already, let me break it to you. You, my group 2, I don't know what we will be experiencing in 2025, we'll see, but you're gonna have a great time. And one of the things that I did a reading like this in one of my Bengali channels as well, where I do Bengali tarot readings. And I remember there was a group with a similar kind of message where the focus was on having a good time, no matter what they do, even if they are facing challenges in 2025. They are, I feel like it's the same message. Even with challenges, you are very focused on having a good time, because you don't really think of challenges as something negative, as being something that people should frown upon, or people should not be excited about. Like, you're even excited about challenges, you're excited about the detours, you're excited about the hardships and the heartbreaks. And I'm like, yeah, so I get it, group 2. You're just excited about life, and you're happy to be here, and you're enjoying every moment of your journey on this planet. So that is the energy like. And I think one of the things that you're going to see, like, let's just stick to you having a good time in 2025 no matter what happens. But I will also say that there may be major challenges. I don't see major challenges, but I'm saying that nothing will be able to affect you, because you are understanding the point of the creation, which was not to have a hard time or give ourselves a hard time. It was all meant for wisdom and experience points, to just get the lesson and get the hell out of there. It's like that. So you're understanding some hidden meaning of life, which is why you have the capacity to be this carefree and also this happy in 2025. You're understanding something that obviously we don't understand about life in 2025, right? So let's look at the 4 majors that you have. Major challenge. What is going to be your major challenge in 2025? Let's see. Your major challenge will be to not be so excited about everything, because your major challenge will be to probably take life seriously, because yeah, I get it, you're having a good time in 2025. So what is going to be one major challenge for group 2 in 2025? 3 of Wands. One major challenge for you will be to take it slow, to wait for things to happen, because you are going to be in the energy of the Fool, where you would want to experience that, the places that you've not visited, the job that you've never had, the people that you've never met. Oh my god, you're drunk on life. You are in love with life, and that is why it's so difficult for you to stay in one place and let life happen to you, because you want to happen to life. Like, it's your world and we are just living in it. So that's how you're perceiving 2025, I told you. So major challenge is going to be to wait for things to happen, to kind of plan things, and then to wait for nature to take its course, because you are in this energy of like very yang energy, where you want to see life unfold right in front of your eyes, every second. Like you want to watch flowers bloom, and you want to touch the water, and you want to watch the sun rise and the sun set, and you're making deals with the moon. I don't know what you're doing. You're loving life, and I'm loving this energy for you. So what is going to be one? I just got a notification about Godfather theme. So I feel like, and I just saw the notification now. I feel like you're gonna watch a lot of movies and make a lot of memories and go to a lot of restaurants in 2025. You're meeting people. People who will be touched by your presence in 2025 are going to feel transformed by you. Like their life will not be the same again after meeting you, because you have this effect on people. You have this effect. I remember somebody telling me once that I had this effect on people. Like I'm just probably just sounding too pompous or something. But yeah, I don't mean to. I'm just saying that I remember having this phase once in my life where everywhere I went, I was just spreading the magic of love and joy. And I know that it feels amazing to, even if I had to relive that phase of my life, I would be happy to do it. Like I'd be excited to do it, but it's also like exhausting, I think. But anyway, I'll let you like enjoy your 2025. So what is one major lesson for group 2 in 2025? King of Pentacles. All right, one major lesson for you, group 2, will be to understand how to work with abundance, and it will be to understand the philosophy that makes big businesses or makes successful people stand at that position, because it's not easy to become number one, and it's harder even to maintain that position. You're going to understand that it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of doing things which maybe you don't always feel motivated or inspired, or you don't always feel like showing up at your work every day. But when you commit to something, and you're committed to its growth, and you're committed to its success, then that vision extracts the hard work out of you. So a lot of things which you probably take for granted in 2025, which is, say you go to a place, and then in order to go to that place, you have to book an Uber, and then when you go like book the Uber, then you go to the airport, and then you go to that place, and then you go into a hotel. All these things are made possible by people who have committed their lives to working, to says giving some form of service, whether it is the Uber driver, whether it is your pilot, whether it is the person running the hotel. So there is a lot of dedication and consistency behind what they are doing with their life, which makes it possible for you to enjoy the things that you're enjoying. So you're going to learn a lesson about that everything is not hunky dory. Like you cannot live your life on the edge of a cliff. Like you cannot always live your life like you're waiting for the next adventure. Sometimes we have to do mundane, monotonous tasks in order to make life happen, not only for ourselves but also for others. If everybody had the option of living their life as if it was a big adventure, maybe they would have taken it. But the fact that they don't do that, the fact that some people have chosen to settle, makes it possible for us adventurous souls to have the adventures of a lifetime. So you would now become more understanding in 2025 of the things that people have achieved at the cost of, say, their independence, or at the cost of their adventurous spirit, which is a big price to pay, but also it is a big sacrifice, and it needs to be appreciated. So this is going to be a lesson in 2025. So let's see what is going to be one major event for you in 2025. What is going to be one major event for group 2 in 2025? Don't give me two cards. I did not want to take two cards, but yeah, I just take two cards because I think it has a message for you. So the two cards that you have, I'm not going to show the star because yeah, it's I don't think I'll be allowed to show it on a YouTube video. It's kind of, it has certain obvious things. So with the Hermit and the Star, as your major event, it feels like you are realizing a lot of things, you're having a lot of realization, and you're realizing a lot about your dreams and who you are meant to be in silence, that you're going on a soul searching adventure. Or you, yeah, the biggest event will be something where you experience like a vacation or a trip, or some place where you are alone and you are experiencing this like you're experiencing this moment where you understand your destiny, or you understand who you are, what you're supposed to do in life, or who you're meant to be, or who you're meant to be with. Like with the star, there is some wish, some dream that is hitting you at a time when you are isolated. So this is a moment of isolation, and it just makes sense to you, something which is your destiny, something which you would be made aware of only in silence, only in solitude. Okay, so I'm thinking of a trip that you take. It may be this trip may be to a spiritual place, but it might not be a spiritual place, in the sense that it might be just a random place where you have like a spiritual experience, and the spiritual experience will have some message about who you're meant to be with, or who you are, either who you're meant to be with or who you're meant to become. Okay, because with the star there's an element of destiny, there's an element of everything that you have wished for. So how the thing, what is the thing that you, what is your highest wish will be like will be revealed to you, or how to reach that level, or that reach that physical manifestation of that highest wish of yours will be revealed to you, the course of action that it would entail. So something like that, you will have like a very intense realization and experience. It is going to be a spiritual experience, right? So what is one major achievement, for group? Yeah, it wants to come out reversed. So one achievement for group 2 in 2025 is going to be to do something, or to go through life for a significant period of time without any help. Like you would either start making your own money, maybe for the ones who have not been making their own money, or who have had to rely on other people, will start making their own money. So you'll do something without the support and guidance of people, or it would seem like you're doing something on your own, doing something alone. You are always supported and guided by the universe, but this achievement looks like something that you have done solely on the basis of your own merit, or something where your individuality is coming to focus in a way where it shows that you are not, like, no other individual was helping you. People will say that, oh my god, you did all this on your own, or they have walked this path on their own. You can look at it this way, that you start an adventure in 2025, and you complete this adventure, or you start documenting this adventure, and throughout the adventure, throughout this trip, you are on your own. So by the end of this trip, when people are looking at your journey, they understand that you've done something incredible on your own, alone, and that is appreciated. That is one achievement that you will be like you will be praised for. That will be a big achievement, major achievement that happens to you in 2025. So now we're going to look at your love life. Let's look at your love life, group 2. So I'm going to draw the cards of your love, like your love and relationship aspect, your life and your career, in one go, and then we're going to look at these cards one by one. So for group 2's love life, Spirit, give me a card for group 2's love life in 2025. Give me a card for group 2's love life in 2025, right? You have a single card, right? Now give me a card for group 2's life in general in 2025. All right. Now give me a card for group 2's career in 2025. No, give me a single card, please. Please, please, please. Give me a single card. Career. Okay. Why do you do that? Don't do that to me. Give me a single card. I get it. Give me a single card still. I get it, but give me a single card. No, I want a single card. Right. Back of the deck energy is 3 of Cups. And now from this deck for group 2. Give me a card for their love, their life, and their career. So, group 2's love life spirit in 2025. One card for group 2's love life in 2025. One card for group 2's life in general in 2025. Alright. One card for group 2's career in 2025. Spirit. Oh God, give me one card, please, for their career. Give me. Alright, this makes sense. Whew, back of the deck energy is the sun. So, let's look at your love life in 2025. We have 4 of Cups and 8 of Wands. This is like it. This is like the coming together of everything that we've been talking about. So, in 2025, group 2, you're like, I don't want to say this, but you're gonna be in this energy of to hell with love. I don't need someone else to make me happy. I am good on my own. It's a bit of a it's a bit of Shalini Pasi vibe, where Shalini Pasi was asked. She's an Indian celebrity who rose to fame after that Netflix series of Bollywood lives. No, Fabulous Lives versus Bollywood wives, something like that. So Shalini Pasi was asked that who do you think would hold your hand once you go through something difficult, your husband or your girlfriends? And she said, I will hold my own hand. So you are in that energy where you don't really, I want to talk about your love life, but you're like, I'm not sure I want to talk about it. I actually don't care if it does not give me a good time, if I don't enjoy like going through experiences that bring joy. Like if I don't enjoy being with a person, I'm not going to be with that person. I don't know what your values and standards are in 2025, but they are high in self-love. Like you're looking at yourself and you're like, I'm not betraying myself and I'm not putting myself second for anybody. And that's the way to be, group 2. So for your love life, you're a little disappointed with how you have let other people dictate things for you, dictate whatever you should pay attention to and whatever you should prioritize in your life, and you are not doing that anymore, and you are embarking on a journey of your own. It seems, I don't know what you're doing, but you are taking a lot of trips in 2025. In 2025, you are like, you don't want to wait around for things to happen to you. You want to make life happen, and you are if you are in a relationship and if you're with somebody that you love a lot, you might want to take that person with you. But if that person is not willing, and if your partner tells you that I'm too busy and everything, then you're going to go on your own, and there's a good chance that you might meet a lot of people on these trips. And whether it is going to lead to something significant for single, like the people who are single, for the single kings and queens, prince and princesses who are with me in this reading, I don't know, because honestly there's not a lot of indication of finding that person in 2025, but it is there's a lot of indication about being that person in 2025 that you've always wanted to find. So you're becoming that partner that everybody wants to be with, because you're just enjoying yourself so much. So you are going to like, if you are in a relationship which makes you happy, you're going to want to travel with your partner. And if you are single, then you might not want to wait for anybody to travel with you. You might go on solo trips, you might start exploring the world on your own, or might go on group vacations or something, where you know how strangers come together in a group and they have this group vacations. So something like that, and you're going to meet a lot of different sort of people, and lot, like, you're exchanging numbers, you're talking to people, there's conversations and everything. But I don't think you are losing yourself in this process. You're trying to find yourself in this process. In your love life, you have meaningful conversations and meaningful silences, and you're preserving the freedom to experience solitude, because you understand that sometimes we can really lose ourselves in relationships, and you don't want to make that happen. Like, you don't want it to happen. So for your life in general, Knight of Wands and Seven of Wands. Wow. Same energy, freedom loving energy, which does not want to let somebody else steal their thunder or steal their happiness. You are resisting the approach of anybody who might challenge your priorities, which is yourself, and to you don't want to waste time arguing with people what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. You just want to follow your own pleasure, or follow your own preferences. There's certain things that you definitely prefer over other things, and you are going to follow your priorities in that order that you in the order that you like them. Like if you like traveling, you're going to travel a lot. Um, if you like reading, you're going to read a lot of books. If you like watching films, then you're going to watch a lot of films in 2025. In 2025, you are sticking to your priorities in the order order that you like them. And a lot of people might tell you that this is no way to live, or you're being selfish, or you are prioritizing yourself too much, or you're being self-centered, and you're not people might tell you that you're not living your life, and you might say that, honey, I am the one who is living it to the highest degree possible. So that may be your attitude, and you will be very defensive of people trying to steal your happiness, or violate your boundaries. You'll have strong boundaries for people that you don't like or agree with, or even people in your life. And that's why I think that in your love life also, you won't be in a hurry to find love, and if it's not working out, you won't take a long time to part ways or say no. Even if it's a partner who, say, if your partner is on board with you to experience life, great. If they are not, then you are not gonna sulk. You're just gonna be on your own journey, embark on your own journey on your own. So in career with strength and king of wands, and I saw a lot of kings when I was shuffling your cards for career. I knew that you are you are coming into one energy which is very likes to take its own, likes to claim its space, and likes to be themselves, and is not apologetic about being who they are. You're doing something in 2025 that is something which you're very good at. You're very good at your profession in 2025, and you're good at it because you see it. Either, see, for people who are not involved in something that they absolutely love to do, they appreciate the kind of support that they get from their profession because of your job. Say you are able to earn the money to go on vacations, or earn the money that supports your lifestyle, so you are grateful for your job, and you're performing well at it. Like, you're performing well in that job. But for most people, I think you are professionally engaged with something, or you're trying to engage professionally with something. Yeah, that's the right order. You're trying to engage with something professionally, something that you've been wanting to do always, because it takes a lot of courage to make this decision. It takes a lot of courage for making a decision that you're making, and you have taken this decision has already been taken, that now I'll do it. I'll do it. Like, it's not a decision of for a weak hearted soul. Like, whatever you're doing in 2025, it took you you had to find that courage inside of yourself to either tell people, or face the fact that you truly want to do it. This is a profession of your dreams, or something that requires you to show up with a lot of confidence, because earlier you did not have this confidence, so you had to gain this confidence to become this person. And now you're doing this for your career. So this would, more than giving you financial rewards, this will give you inner satisfaction, and make you feel very powerful, whatever you're doing in your career in 2025. So, say if you have always wanted to write film reviews or be a film critic, then you are opening that blog and you're doing it. And you know how what a big step it is for you, because earlier you thought nobody would value your opinion, but the fact that you have chosen to show up as a film critique is a big achievement. Or say you have always wanted to so I think you're emerging in the area of your passion. If you've always wanted to sing, and you never had the confidence to sing in front of public, the fact that you are now going on like you've joined a group, or you're now going on concerts or something, the fact that you're even going out to see concerts, or you're just trying to network with the right kind of people to emerge as one of the contenders in the field that you have dreamt of joining, or you've dreamed of joining all your life, that in itself is a major step. So there's a major step which required you to channel your inner big cat or inner lion in order to embrace that uh, professionally. So something you're doing which you had always like dreamt of doing, and now you're doing it in 2025. So that is your career. Like this is a big thing in your career. And yeah, that's what I said. And you might do all of this without any support. Like you might do this on your own. So that may be a big achievement, because you're doing something which will be appreciated by people. Like people will say that you're very strong and you're very powerful for doing this on your own, or for doing, I think you'll do it on your own. Like you'll do something which will not depend on the support that you get from either your family or your friends or people who know you. Like you would go on this journey on your own. Like I did not see the fool, but there's a fool sort of energy that you do it anyway, whether or not people support you. And there will be a lot of admiration for your story. Like people will admire you for what you have done. So now let's see how you will enter and exit 2025. For somebody who always wanted to be a singer, you might just start performing publicly. For somebody who wanted to be an actress, you might just go on auditions, and you might get something in 2025. You might get something, like, because with the Strength and King of Wands, you might get a break, and you might get that performance. Like you might deliver that performance which gets appreciated, and people look at you and start applauding. So that might happen for a lot of you in your career especially. So there's a big achievement coming in your career, because no matter, like, I'm delivering this message for like a collective, right? It's a general reading, but I'll tell you that there's this energy which you can claim. It can be yours depending on where you are in the journey of finding your voice or finding your dream. You would experience something significant in 2025. For it will be different for different people who've known that they have to like embrace this career or embrace this dream. They probably can now get ready to take a step forward and do something about this. Or people who have already joined this career and who have already stepped into their dream will be able to do something, achieve something which increases their popularity, or brings them in front of, increases their visibility, makes them visible in front of people. How will group 2 enter 2025, the flame, and how will they exit 2025? How will group 2 exit Eros? Let's talk about these energies. How you are entering 2025. For that, you have the flame. So you have understanding of what makes you you, and the things that you liked earlier which you have probably forgotten because the world told you. So remembering who you were before the world told you who you should be. So that sort of understanding you enter 2025 with, and you know for a fact that there's so much that you liked about yourself. There's so much that you wanted to do. There were dreams that you had, and you lost them in the process of becoming an adult, or becoming the member of society that everybody considers normal, successful, acceptable. So you want to do away with that, and you want to give yourself more of what fills, or what fuels your passion, what fuels your life. And they say that if this is like the inner flame that we have, the Agni, which makes us relate and connect to everyone in the world, and if that goes away, then we cannot connect with life. If this fire runs out, then we lose the passion for life. So because you want to protect this flame is your key to connecting with the world, your passion to keep waking up and living, surviving, thriving, excelling in life. So your passion for life is getting reignited when you enter 2025. And how you exit it is with Eros. So here, when you exit 2025, you might just attract a person who is more in sync with, for singles especially, you might attract somebody who is more in sync with your true self, your authentic self. A lot of people might have to say goodbye to relationships that weren't serving them for a long time. And you might say not only good, might say goodbye to not only romantic relationships but also friendships, relationships in general that are not serving you, because you're becoming a different person and it's difficult to maintain old relationships with with the kind of changes that you are developing in your personality. With the transformation, it is difficult to keep having the same conversations, being the same person, and people, you might not be able to relate to people. People might not be relate to you. They might think like you have changed, and you might think that they need to change. So there's a lot of like disconnection and dissonance, which better be resolved by separation. So you're recognizing that, and because you're parting ways with people who no longer serve you, situations that no longer serve you, you are coming together with something that is very attractive, that is more of a reflection of everything that you want. And in coming together with that thing, it may be an opportunity or a person that you are uniting with in the end of 2025, and that that union that you might experience may be ephemeral, like it may be short lived, or it may be long term. That is not the point, but that person or that opportunity will help you discover more about yourself. You will be able to fall in love more with yourself and discover yourself more in relation to that person, in the sense that when you see yourself getting attracted to something or someone, you understand what you are getting attracted to, and in relation to that, you understand yourself in like yourself in the light of either lacking those things or wanting to embody those things, and you want to make the necessary changes, or you understand exactly where you're headed or what is it that you're looking for in this life. And with that understanding, you return to yourself, you discover yourself very, like, in a new light, very differently. Like you change as a person because of encountering this thing, and this thing or this person uh, may just be the love of your life. It's possible, it's entirely possible with Eros, because it is the separation that you understand between that person and yourself is also the separation of discovering yourself in relation to that person, and that sometimes gives to a very major awakening about the nature of love, the nature of union. And the union in itself can activate harmonious union or harmonious frequencies within yourself, where you balance your masculine and feminine energy. So it is a very powerful, intense realization with which you leave 2025, where you are more in love and more in love with yourself. And I just took a short break in between your reading, and there's this song, especially the ones who are Indian will be able to relate to it. If not, just Google the song. There's this song Tujh mein rab dikhta hai, which means, literally translates into, I can see God in you. What can I do, oh my love, I can see God in you, because in you I can see God, something like that. So that song was a caricature of that song was made, and somebody who wanted to like who wanted to be a proponent of self love, and used that song to reverse the saying into खुद में सब दिखता है यारा मैं क्या करूँ. So the song now, like the lyrics, which after being changed now means, I can see everything in me, God, what should I do, because everything that I need I can see in myself. So that the meaning of the song was reversed, and that song has been released, and I just took a break and I saw that song. It came up on my feed, and so the brief break that I took was kind of enlightening, in the sense that I feel like it is a message for you. that the fact that you saw everything in one person and you perceived yourself as being devoid of divinity totally, that perception is shifting and you can see yourself as the embodiment of divine, and so you treat yourself differently. And in relation to this person, when you wake up to things that you are getting attracted to, you have a better understanding of things that you might want to see in yourself, changes you want to make, and you're not seeing it as an opportunity to completely lose yourself, but an opportunity to find yourself. Mm, find yourself more powerfully, more passionately, and opportunity to fall in love with yourself more, or like all over again. Okay, so that's your reading group 2. If you liked it, let me know in the comments for more readings like this. Subscribe to the channel. I also have other contents in other channels, and there are many channels I have in different languages. So if you want to check them out, you can always go to the description box, check out the details, and check out those channels. If you want to get a personal reading from me, if you want to do inner work with me, if you want spiritual guidance from me, then you can contact me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. I wish that you have an amazing 2025 and create very, very beautiful, like many, many beautiful memories. Otherwise, I'll see you not otherwise, like I'll definitely see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. Hello, group 3. So, if you had selected this card, Heron, then welcome to your reading. This is your bird. Ooh, beautiful. And this is your message here on balance of energy, yin and yang. Meditation and introspection bring you into your power. Right. So, what is important for you, Group 3, in 2025 is to delve into shadow work and inner work and understanding of yourself, learning to balance both shadow and light aspects of yourself, where you become aware of things that you want to encourage within yourself and also the things that you discourage within yourself, and find out why exactly you do that. Is it something that you want to do honestly, or is it something that you have learned as a part of your conditioning in this society? Becoming an acceptable member of the society requires us to sometimes sacrifice parts of ourselves that we might hold very dear to us, but it's just something that is not appreciated, and so we kind of go on wearing like putting layers and layers of what do I say, personality traits that eventually develop into a mask, a thick mask that makes us forget who we truly are. For example, you may be somebody who is sensitive, who is emotional, who likes to express themselves emotionally, but because emotions in this world is equated sorry emotions in this world are equated with the weakness, you might go on to develop a thick skin where you show people that, oh, I am heartless, totally heartless. But when you like getting to the bottom of it, people might discover that, oh, you are actually a very sensitive and emotional person who's also very kind and nurturing. But because these qualities were not appreciated, you learn to develop a personality which is cold and heartless, and which also thrives on betraying your true nature. So things like that, where you become more aware of who you are and becoming more aware of who you are trying not to be because of the conditioning that you're put through. So you also understand yourself in relation to the experiences that you have had in this lifetime, and it becomes quite important for you to make a distinction, a direct distinction between the things that you are consciously pursuing and the things that you are unconsciously pursuing. Like, you may be very different from who you think you are. You might think that you are extroverted while you may be introverted. So differences like that, or you may be introverted and you think that you're extroverted. So there's something major that you did not know about yourself is coming to light in 2025 because of the way you're seeing yourself, because the things that you're learning about yourself and life. And also in doing so, you're balancing the energies, you're balancing your shadow and light aspects. Like, you're becoming a different person, but more nuanced and more balanced in their personality and approach, obviously, and also in their worldview. So that is what 2025 is going to bring for you mainly. Now we're going to look at the four major challenges. What is it? Major challenges, major lesson, major event, and major achievement. So let's look at the four majors of your life in 2025, group 3. So what is going to be one major challenge for group 3 in 2025? I want a single card. Just give me a single card. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. One major challenge for you, group 3 in 2025, is going to be to know for sure what you want and to take a direction, like a solid, no, so to take a step in that direction, or to know in which direction to take a step in, because you'll be so confused. I understand this as, say, earlier in relationships, when I was changing my mind about the person that I was in relationship with, I was extremely shocked to understand that, oh, sometimes you fall in love and then you also fall out of love. Then how are you supposed to make a decision anyway? Because I might think that I'm in love with the person, but tomorrow I might feel differently, or say years later I might feel differently, and the difference is huge, it's vast. Like, one day you think that this person is the end all and be all of your existence, and years later you might wake up to see that this person is totally, like, you cannot relate to this person. This person is a stranger and you were totally wrong about this person. So with differences like this, um with a like such stark differences between what you want at one point in your life and what you want in another point in your life, how are you supposed to make a decision? And how do we know that these decisions are for a lifetime, or these decisions are going to be are forever decisions? How do you decide to get married? How do you decide to choose a profession? How do you decide to do anything in this life? Because we like, physical reality is so malleable, we are so malleable, and we are constantly becoming a different version. So how do we remain constant? How do you choose your constant? You're gonna have very like, you're going to have difficulty in understanding if your favorite color is truly your favorite color, or the world taught you that it should be your favorite. I remember when I was younger, I had read an interview of a celebrity who said that his favorite color was black, and I was inspired to like black because it was his favorite color. And at that time I did not even know what my favorite color was, and I had to grow up and become more attuned to my preferences in order to understand something as basic as what my favorite color was. So your major challenge is going to be to know for sure if you are supposed to take a step, or you can take a step in any direction, because it's so volatile, and it's so like the malleable, like it's so malleable, like it can become anything any moment. Like, nothing is forever, change is the only constant. How do you choose? Like, how do you even start a business? So you don't know yourself. That is the problem. In 2025 you're realizing that you don't know yourself. You've only been told who you are. You don't know for sure, and that is why there is such a stark difference between what you feel at one point and what you feel the next moment, because you're still discovering yourself, and because you don't know what it feels like to have found yourself, you cannot be sure of anything, because you don't know yourself. Like, to understand that you will want to stay with one career, say you will want to become a singer, requires you to passionately, intensely feel this desire to be a singer. But you have not you have not tapped into your passion, you have not tapped into your dreams, your longing ever, like your cravings and your like your obsessive cravings. You've never tapped into it, you've always suppressed it. So how do you know? You might think that you want to become a singer today, but that might be because others told you that you sing well. It might, like, you might sing well, but it may not be something that you want to invest your life in. So it's very difficult for you to wrap your head around who you are and what you want, and that's a major challenge, because you're discovering in 2025 that you don't know yourself. So what is one major lesson for you in 2025? Ace of Swords. Wow. Yeah, this makes sense. One major lesson for you in 2025 is clarity. That when you know something to be part of yourself, truly to be part of yourself, then there is a sense of clarity which is lacking in other things. For example, sometimes when you don't know what you want to do, it is enough to know what you don't want to do, and what you don't want to do will lead you towards building yourself with those, like, I'll tell you what. When you're trying to shape yourself or mold yourself into something that you cannot fully grasp or cannot fully envision, you might not know what you want or what you're trying to build yourself into. But you might, if you have a clear understanding of what you don't want and what you're not, and what all you don't want to use in use it in order to build yourself, then that knowledge itself, like that knowledge of what does not define you, will itself bring you closer to what defines you. Because in discarding those things that are not you, in discarding and refusing those things that do not reflect your authenticity, you're going to come closer and closer to things that do define you, that are your authentic versions, and you're learning to find that clarity. One lesson is that you're learning to know, like, you're learning how clarity feels like. Before this, you never knew. You were always trying to be someone else, and this is a major lesson for you in 2025, that I've been someone else, or I've been everybody that people told me that I should, like, I have been somebody that people told me that I should be. Everybody's version, I have been everybody's version of me for so long that I don't know who I am. And now you're discovering in 2025 what knowing yourself feels like, or knowing yourself, knowing that thing with clarity, that, oh, this is the profession, this is the person, this is the thing that I want. That clarity, if you have never known it, it might, you might not know the feeling of being sure or being clear or being, it's only when we have known it that we know what it feels like. Otherwise, how will you know? Like, it's like rest of the things. Like, for example, if I've never known that I wanted to be a film director, then I might think of direction as, like, I might equate film direction, or I might equate movies with other things. Like, I might say that it's as good at film direction is as good a profession as, say, being an author, or it is as good a profession as a radio jockey, or it's like in this at par with being a politician. Because I obviously don't know my heart's calling, and I don't know what it means to follow that, chase that, or I don't know that film direction has a special place in my heart. I obviously don't understand that. So if I don't understand that, then I won't know what it feels to know with absolute certainty what it means to have clarity about something. So you obviously wouldn't know that, and that is your biggest lesson, that you're developing this clarity, you're developing this sense of knowing. Oh, this is what it feels like to know. This is what it feels like to be sure. This is what it feels like to be passionate about something, to know when something is meant for you, when it's forever. So that is one lesson you're gonna have in 2025. One event. Wow. It came out fairly quickly. It wanted to speak to us, it seems. One event that you're going to have in 2025, which is which is going to be a major event, is Nine of Swords, where you understand it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, but it's only for the better. Like, from that moment on, you're going to have you're going to be thankful that it happened to you. It's going to hit you suddenly that you've been living a life of lies, that you've always been a people's person, and to the point that you absolutely have no idea who you are. And that is going to fill you with anxiety, yes, at that moment. And you're not going to be able to trust your senses anymore. You're going to feel like, okay, right now I feel like I don't know myself, but is that true? Is that a feeling, like, is it true, or is that a feeling that I can trust, or is it a phase like everything else in my life? Because I felt that I wanted to be, say, I in my life wanted to be a research in political science, or like a professor. That is what I would eventually be headed towards. But I woke up at one point and I realized that, oh no, that's not my thing. And it was very confusing for me, because something that I have wanted, or I thought I wanted for so many years, was collapsing in front of me as say a house of cards, or like a structure of lies. Like, it was, I couldn't even understand that um I was building a house of cards or a castle in the air all along. Like, that it wasn't true, that I really did not want to be that. It was coming from a place of ego and pride, and not from a place of authenticity. It wasn't my truest passion did not lie in political science, but it lay in something else. Like, it was something completely different from what I thought I wanted. And so that moment is full of insecurity and fear. You cannot trust yourself, you cannot trust what you're thinking, your thoughts, you cannot trust anything at that moment. And that event, which is extremely confusing for you, where I think you are made to come to terms with something which is not lasting anymore, like something you thought would last. It may be a relationship, it may be a career, it may be something you thought was forever, and it's not, like it's not giving anymore, like it's just not meant for you, and you're realizing that, and it's one of the major events in your life in 2025. That realization, it's going to give you a lot of sleepless nights, but trust me, it's only for the better, because once you come to terms with it, you can like handle the other lessons that are coming your way, because the other lessons that are coming your way would require you to have better understanding of yourself, like have more of an awareness about who you are, and this is like rite of passage for that. You absolutely have to go through this. So one major achievement for group 3 in 2025 spirit. Right, so we have a card that we cannot show, and so I'm going to use some card to cover it up. No, I can't use that. I can't use that. Right, so we have the star, and then we have the 7 of swords and 4 of wands. But anyway, so I can't show you the star, but there is a star, rest assured. And I covered it up with the 7 of swords, which is pretty ominous, because I feel with 4 of wands as the back of the deck energy, that you're realizing that this is a major achievement, that you realize your hopes and dreams, and you realize that you are at this point when you realize what your hopes and dreams and wishes truly are, and what you truly want to do with your life. It's important that you know for sure that this time you're not being tricked, and this is something that is going to bring you into alignment with your soul's truest desire, your purpose, probably a counterpart as well. So major achievement is flipping that trickery that life was subjecting you to. Like you were part of a situation that was part of, like that was created to keep you under a spell, to perpetuate an illusion. And now that you're waking up, your major achievement is realizing what you truly want, and this time you cannot be fooled. And you're also realizing something very profound. We're here with 4 of wands, and here with yin and yang balance, something profound about who you're meant to be, who you are, like who your divine counterpart is, and that relationship that you're meant to be, and that job that you're meant to be, and that life that you're meant to live, that lifestyle, everything where you are realizing. Major achievement is your realization of the truth about yourself, about your own, like your own truth, and something that has not been fed to you by conditioning, or fed to you by universe to keep you under an illusion, to make you do things as part of your karmic cleansing. And this is like you waking up basically. Your major achievement is a wake up call that is appearing as your uh, like hopes and wishes and dreams, obviously. Right, so we are now going to look at your love life and career. Let's do that. So for your love life and career, we're gonna draw 3 cards. Group 3's love life spirit, can you please give me your cards for group 3's love life in 2025? Single card spirit, single card for group 3's love life. 10 of wands. Oh, I wasn't meant to show it, but anyway, right, we'll talk about it. I like this spread, this part I did differently for group 1, group 2, and group 3, and I think that is how it was meant to be. In divine timing we trust, in divine order we trust. So a card for group 3's life in general for 2025, a card for group 3's life in general for 2025 spirit. Come on, turn the reading. Group 3's life in general in 2025. Okay, how do you want to come? Upright, Page of Swords. Group 3's career in 2025. Wheel of Fortune. Makes sense. Back at the deck energies, Knight of Pentacles. And now, once again, we are asking about group 3 spirit, their love life in 2025. What is how's their love life going to be? Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, Three of Swords, right? What is their life in general going to be like in 2025, Spirit? Page of Swords, Ten of Wands, okay. What is their career going to be like in 2025, Spirit? Six of Pentacles, okay. Right, back of the deck energy is Queen of Wands. Do we have a King of Wands here? Do we? No, we don't. We have a Knight of Pentacles peeking from behind, but that's it. Right, so let's talk about the cards now. So group 3, what is going to happen in your love life is going to concern this major awakening that you're going to have. It's about love basically, because with ten of Wands and Three of Swords, it feels like it's very difficult for you to process something that is happening in 2025, where you're realizing that everything that you thought you wanted in love is not what you wanted at all, or the person that you trusted. And I like used Seven of Swords, which I should show you. I used Seven of Swords to cover the card, the Star, which I think is like it is symbolic. It's communicating something to us. It's prophetic, right? So you were deceived by like an illusion of your karmas, because you had to learn these lessons, and you had to experience this karma, that you thought that a relationship that you had was the one, like was meant to be the relationship for you, like it was meant to be a forever thing. But now you're realizing that it wasn't, and now it's hitting you like a ton of bricks, that everything you have built is collapsing in front of you, and it's hurting you nevertheless. But you know for sure that you were deceived, or you know for sure that it wasn't meant to be, and now it's up to you that you process the pain and you recognize the truth, that everything that you thought you wanted, everything that you thought it was supposed to be, it wasn't. And it's very painful, because you're getting this lesson especially in relationship, and then we'll see the impact in everything else. But in life, it feels like there is a relationship which is becoming too much for you to continue with, and that's why you have to let go. If you don't let go, you'll continue to hurt yourself. You'll continue to repeat a toxic pattern without learning anything from it and upgrading to the next level of consciousness, or the next level of lessons, next level of physical reality as well. And with for the people who are in a relationship, you might have to say goodbye to a relationship, like you might have to end and break up, or divorce someone. For people who are not in a relationship, might have somebody break their heart and wake up to the fact that they didn't need that person to live their best life. Their best life depended on them, not on someone else. And now they have to take responsibility of their own life. Somebody who has a crush on somebody might leave them heartbroken, might leave them to find someone else, find love somewhere else, which would then require them to stand up for themselves, or lick their own wounds, and also become their best version in the process, and realize who they truly want. Is it this person that they want, or is it this person? But definitely the person, if the person is right, then the phase and circumstances that they are in is not right. Like, it is not the right time for them to unite with that person. There is an understanding about that person not being in the right place or right situation, or not being the right person at all. And you're understanding this. The lessons that you get in life make you realize that things are not set in stone, and destiny is always at work. So this is what you realize in your love life. Okay, it is a difficult realization nonetheless, but it leads to awakening. It leads to deeper understanding about what is in store for you, or if at all the things that you wanted are the things that you want, truly want. Right, in life we are seeing Page of Swords and Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is getting repeated. It's getting increasingly difficult for you to put a smile on your face in 2025 when things are not going well, because you're curious about why things are the way they are. Why is it happening to you that you thought that you had life sorted and now it's collapsing. Everything is collapsing in front of you at a time when you thought that you have everything, like everything was settled, everything was right, and now you're finding out that it was like this was never your destiny in the first place, and it is becoming increasingly difficult for you to lie in the face of truth in 2025. So you're becoming curious in life. You're like genuinely curious that why is it that we think that the lies that we are meant to live is the truth, that the slavery that we do in our job is meant to emancipate us, or the person we cling to out of fear and insecurity is the one, or is the liberation in love that we are seeking. So you'll be asking these questions. It might like genuinely, I feel like it might lead to a moment of awakening where you want to be curious and ask questions. Page of Swords is a very curious energy, which is spying on reality, which wants to have like which wants to observe that glitch or look for that glitch in reality that will make you know things which are not available to the ordinary naked eye, or it's not revealed when revealed on an ordinary regular perception, or not revealed on a regular lens. So you are changing lenses, and you're going to the right guide, you're going to the right teacher, you're reading the right books that will reveal to you what happened and why it happened. Sometimes why we might think that we have it all and just wake up to realize that it wasn't, like what we thought as our all was nothing, was like nothing more than illusions in the first place. And it's you will share these things at some point, maybe not in 2025 when you're going through the challenges, but at some point you will like you will obviously want to share it with the world, that what you went through and what you learned in the process. What is happening in your career? Well, your career seems to be a place of relief, and a place which will give you kind of a satisfaction that you're not getting in other things. Like you might smile and you might look like you're having, like it's all, everything is put together and you have it all together, but honestly the only place where you're shining in 2025 and thriving is career. Otherwise there are lessons and struggles that you need to process in 2025 in order to go to the next, move on to the next chapter. So in your career it feels like you're having moments of achievement, moments of like moments of gratitude where you feel like, thank god I chose, like with the wheel of fortune, you're either choosing or you chose something that is meant for you, that was more aligned with your destiny. I think it is in relationship that you're having a major awakening. It is in life that you're going through something which needs to be processed. And relationship affects us very, very deeply, because heartbreaks can sometimes feel like feel like death. So I understand, but in the career, it feels like you are whatever choices you made and whatever choices you're making in 2025 is bringing you closer to your destiny, because these your efforts are rewarded and handsomely rewarded. The effort that you're putting is getting reciprocated by universe, and you're getting equal appreciation, equal love, and equal financial rewards in return. So whatever you put out in the world in terms of work will be recognized and rewarded handsomely by the universe. So and it's something that you feel comfortable experiencing in 2025. You're very comfortable in your career and you're happy about the choices that you've either made or you're making. Like Wheel of Fortune, there's this destiny which you like leading you by your hand, and you're comfortable with it. There's no discomfort. There is a permission that you've given to the universe to guide you towards your highest goal, and you are headed towards it comfortably. You know that you have embarked on this journey, and there's no great resistance, there's no great lesson there. Let's just keep it that way. So now we're going to see how will you enter and exit 2025. That needs to be seen. So how will group 3 enter 2025, spirit? All right, so how are you entering? How is group 3 entering 2025? Give me a single card. Please, please. Single card. How is group 3 exiting 2025 spirit. With a single card, I want you to tell me how are they entering 2025, right? The Poet. And how are they exiting 2025? How are they exiting 2025? How are they exiting 2025, Spirit? No. How are they exiting 2025, Spirit? How are they exiting 2025? How are they exiting 2025? The Shapeshifter. Makes sense. Right. Back of the deck energy is the Vision. Group 3, when you're entering 2025, you have the energy of the Poet, where you need to find the truth, and sometimes you have to find the truth from the darkest corners of reality, where things appear to be embellished for to suit the preferences of the masses or society, but the truth can sometimes be uncomfortable. And yet when you choose to align with the truth, you might have to come up with certain very discouraging remarks, something that people might not like to hear, and yet it is your job to deliver the truth in the most pleasant way possible, or in a way that sparks wisdom and knowledge and curiosity. So in 2025, you are learning to say a lot of difficult things, but in a way that is soothing to the ears rather than discouraging or damaging or hurtful. You're hurting inside, but from that hurt, a beautiful realization or a poet is being born, where your words have a lingering effect on people. People understand, people can relate to what you're going through. People will be able to sense, like, you will become a sort of a person who speaks in innuendos, like you will speak with hints, and you will kind of you'll leave fragmented messages for people to make sense of. Like, sometimes people will be able to sense what you're going through, but it is up to you to give meaning and put it in front of people with courage, with honesty. Otherwise, you can always leave hints or speak in kind of what is it called, okay, in a like it speak like in parable or allegories, and kind of create, like, use song to communicate your feelings. You are not being able to directly hit the nail on its head in beginning of 2025, and you're using your creativity to mask your pain, because there is an understanding of pain, but you're not being able to, like, you're not being able to tell the truth, and you're turning to your creativity to convey how you truly feel without making it clear, because you can use poetry and art to convey more intense and more hurtful emotions sometimes. So you're doing that in the beginning of 2025, and yet it is your truth which needs to be spoken. And if you're not if you don't have the courage to speak it, it's kind of showing in your work. When you end 2025, when you're exiting 2025, you're becoming a person who is more comfortable with the changing landscape of reality. You know for sure that whatever you're saying is the trick of, it can be the trick of your mind, and people are constantly changing and becoming something that they are not, and you are changing and becoming something you were not. So people are changing and becoming they were not. So there is this constancy of change, of metamorphosis, which you're recognizing, and you know that nothing can be trusted. And yet, in this malleable, constantly shifting physical reality, we have to make a living, we have to live a life of honesty, and you're finding ways to do that. And you're more comfortable with this idea that whatever you see right now can totally flip in the next moment. and so you're more prepared for it, and you're also embracing it rather than fighting it, because feels like in the beginning of 2025 you're fighting it a little bit, and you're using poetry and art as your shield in order to not face what is happening to you. But in the end of 2025 you are aware of it, you're embracing it, you're talking about it, and you're also saying that you as a person have changed, your reality has changed, a lot of relationships that you have had, a lot of things that you thought you wanted are changing, and it's in a state of change and will also be changing in the future. So you kind of accept that. So that is your reading group 3. If you liked it, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in other content that I make in other languages and on other channels, then you can obviously check my work in the description box. There are all the details that you need. And also, if you want a personal reading from me, if you want to do inner work with me, or you want spiritual guidance from me, then you can contact me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. Otherwise, no, but most definitely I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care and have like an incredible 2025. Okay, make a lot of memories and just have fun. Okay, be blessed. Group 3, take care.